Well, yeah, I remember my first call. Well, I had one call because the ads went live on like the Monday, and I had one consultation on the Tuesday morning at 9:30, and I remember Scott ringing me. He was like, "I've just seen you've got a consultation booked in. Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I think I'm okay." And then he bought and he joined, so that was great. And then the following evening, I had like 6 people booked on, and all 6 bought. And then I think I just got a bit more confident with it. And then, yeah, it's sort of over the 9 weeks so far, it's been, 47 sales. I think 14 were at 300, and then the rest have been at 347. My name's Ellie, and I'm the owner of Earn Your Fizz Fitness, and we're based in Horncastle, Lincolnshire, and I've been operating for the last 4 years now, but prior to that I've worked in the leisure industry for about 16 years in various different capacities. And yeah, we have gone from like 15 people in a village hall to now just under 120 members. So it's been amazing. Before I did start with you guys, we were sort of just running with the same about 70 people, and it was great, but I'd always had either one-to-one training or classes. I'd never really done that group training on this sort of scale, and having the space and the knowledge and the understanding that you guys have given me on how to just scale it and grow it, and on how to get people in with the marketing side of things, has just been a complete game changer. And yeah, I couldn't have imagined the growth that we've had as quickly as we have. It's just been brilliant. I sort of had carried all the same people over that I'd been working with when we opened here in July, and a few new faces. I'd say maybe like 10 or 15 people then joined off the back of opening here. But sort of July, August, September, it was maybe like a new member here, a new member there, and it just wasn't really growing. And then since setting up with you guys, it's just gone crackers. It's gone from, like I say, about 70 people to now 120 in the space of like 2 months, which is just mental. And obviously off the back of the 6-week programs, there's just been so many that have wanted to have stayed, and that's just been brilliant. It's so nice having the reach to get new people that I didn't really know how to do before. So yeah, it's been good. So in the gym, we do like 16:1 capacity, and then next door in the studio, it depends on what session it is, but you're anywhere from sort of 8:1 to 12:1 in there. Before I started with you guys, it was very much either just organic growth. It was, oh, come along with me to Ellie's class. It was a little bit through social media, but I'd never done paid ads before, had absolutely no idea how they worked. So it had always been, yeah, just friends referring friends, or family talking to family, and then a little bit, like I say, through Facebook and Instagram, but just from stuff that I'd posted. I've never done anything like this before. I was absolutely terrified. When we had the call, I thought you were so great and you just gave me so much confidence, but I was absolutely terrified to take that next step because we'd invested so much in setting up. Financially, I was like, shit, if this doesn't work, I'm absolutely like on my arse. So the fact that it did, and so quickly, has just been so, what's the word? Reassuring, and thank God. And yeah, to now it's just keeping it going, and that's amazing. I think it was just your confidence in what you do, and it was just, it's gonna work. And I was like, okay, let's go for it then. And I just remember we were on the call and you literally looked at me for about 10 seconds like, are you gonna do it? And it was just that, you know, fight or flight, and it was just, yeah, okay, let's go for it. And like I say, I'm just so pleased that I have. So what was it? It was, I can actually tell you, it was so October, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm actually only heading towards week 9. I remember my first call. Well, I had one call because the ads went live on like the Monday, and I had one consultation on the Tuesday morning at 9:30, and I remember Scott ringing me. He was like, "I've just seen you've got a consultation booked in. Are you okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I think I'm okay." And then he bought and he joined, so that was great. And then the following evening, I had like 6 people booked on, and all 6 bought. And then I think I just got a bit more confident with it. And then, yeah, it's sort of over the 9 weeks so far, it's been, 47 sales. I think 14 were at 300, and then the rest have been at 347. Yeah, I prefer the group sales, to be fair, as opposed to a one-to-one. I think there's much more energy in a group consult, and I think if you create that sort of positive energy, then it sort of has that bit of a ripple effect. And yeah, I think the most I'd done was probably that first one where all 6 bought. So yeah, 6 at 300, and I think I just couldn't really believe it. And then you just sort of get excited, and then it sort of puts a bit of a fire in your belly, and then I've never really been sort of a salesy person, so this is all very new. But I think because I really enjoy what I do and I really want to make it work, I think that, you sort of put that across a bit, and yeah, it's worked. Touch wood, it keeps going. In my head, because I've only ever earned up to around sort of 4, or brought in about 4.5 in a busier month, the busiest month, probably knocking on 5 grand's door. So to realise that it's possible to make that in a week is just crazy. So again, it just sort of, I don't know, it just makes you think bigger, and it just gives you that confidence that you can do it and you can think bigger, and then you can actually go on and do bigger. So yeah, it's great. And then that sort of has just carried on. So I've gone from earning or bringing in like 4.5 to just over 10. Yeah, so yeah, nine weeks in to a 16-week course. It's, yeah, for the first week, 14 sales, and up to this point, 47 sales. And in total, even just 9 weeks in, it's, yeah, just shy of an extra 20 grand added to my annual revenue. I think, like, Scott's been so amazing. I think just that personal investment, it's not just numbers, it's not just, he'll sort of say, right, how are you feeling about this? And it's, I don't know, he just gives, as you all do, just that extra bit of confidence. And then speaking to Tim and him sort of going through all my numbers and looking at how we can grow it. And there's just so much more than, here's some ads that we can put together, here's the figures from your ads, here's the amount of leads that you've got, crack on. It's been, yeah, just so much more than that. And it's definitely, again, just given me that confidence the whole way through that you can do it, and here's how we're going to do it. And that's just been brilliant. I think I'm just so much more excited, because I was thinking, oh, right, okay, we've obviously invested in this place, I need to figure out how to get it going, like sell a few more t-shirts, do a few offers, how can I make some more money? To now, like 9 weeks later, have so much more, well, like such a different variety of people that I maybe wouldn't have reached otherwise. Like more men that are coming and training here, and it's just brought a whole new energy to the space. And again, just having sessions full, it's created that little bit of urgency with the members that we had before to sort of think, right, I've got to get my sessions booked, and and then it's again looking at how I can bring more trainers on board and what I want to do be outside of this. Like, do I want to look at like training some trainers to come in and teach how I want them to teach? So it's just made me think so much bigger. So yeah, it's really exciting. I was like, oh my God. And then when Scott was like, right, you sold 14 at 300, we need to put it up. I was like, oh God, oh God. But then again, if you just believe in it and you're confident with it, then people will buy it if they believe in you. So yeah. I was nervous really just to make sure that I could pay for the program. That was my biggest worry, because I thought if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But obviously I want it to work, but I was just nervous about that was my biggest worry, just meeting the cost of the program. But again, to have done that in that and a half in 9 weeks is just, I think what gave me that confidence in you, other than just talking to you personally, was all the testimonials on your website and the information that you gave me prior to our second consultation that sort of said, read it if you want, if you don't, then it's not for you. And I just respected that so much, and I thought, okay, let's go into this a little bit more. So I looked at all the videos, and there were so many people on there that I related to with my business compared to their business before they started with you. So I just thought, right, okay, well, if they could do it, then I could do it. And I can safely say I have. And again, we're only 9 weeks in, so I'm excited to see what we can do with the rest of it.
Fucking legend.